Yes, so I wondered if you could, you tell me again who you are and what you do.
So my name is Joao Felipe Scarpelini. I'm from Brazil, but I live in England, and I work for an organization called Peace Out International.
Yeah.
That is a youth-led organization, and we try to advocate for youth-led development and participation of young people in decision-making. So we do different projects, but here in the Water Forum, our main goal is to create a space and advocate for the governments and donors and agencies out there to take young people as equal partners in the development process, and especially related to water. So we are trying.
When you say young people, what sort of age are you usually sort of people?
Young people, I think for us it's mostly everybody younger than 25. So especially people that are not yet with their masters and with PhDs, because normally development agencies, they tend to only give credibility for those people who have academic backgrounds, and they forget to see that actually most parts of the world, the young population is actually the ones making an effective difference, and they are actually the ones being most impacted. So they are the ones that normally come up with the best ideas, and they just need support. So what we're trying to advocate is for people to give them a chance. And what we here in the forum, we are working with a three-way strategy. So we have a declaration that is pretty much telling governments and development agencies in the UN how we would like to engage in this work. We are not asking for a patronizing support. We want to be equal partners. We want to be taken serious and to be able to discuss what needs to be done. Then to support that, we created a group that is doing our creative work, so it's thinking about an action plan. And they're coming up with concrete ideas, and the idea is that we not only want governments to commit, but we are committing ourselves, and we want to lead by example. So together with our declaration, we are putting together a list of actions that we are committing to do back home, and how we're going to make this work, and also suggesting actions and action points that the governments and development agencies can take. And thirdly, we are basically trying to support all the young delegates. We have about 200 people for about 50 countries here. Most of the time is the first time they are ever involved in this kind of event. So we're trying to pretty much get them out there, challenging the speakers, asking their questions, making sure that they understand the process, because one of the main problems we see is that all the decision making is done in a really hard language, and in the end we're talking about ourselves, we're talking about water, that it is an issue that relates to every single person in this planet. And if a young person that is coming here for the first time is unable to take part in the discussion meaningfully just because of terms and technical words, it's not fair. So we're trying to pretty much bring the high-level discussions into everybody's level, and also I'm not saying to put the level of discussions down, but to make it more accessible, because if we want to make a difference, it's everybody's business. We are all in this together.
Now, I mean, one of the things that hits me is, I mean, I'm interested in how sort of youth forums like this are changing as technology is changing, sort of with laptops and things like that. But, so I was, it's like 20 years ago now. I was in ISEC, from the late 80s to early 90s, which was this, international student organisation. But I can't at the moment, and we'd be going to congresses and things. And I mean, I look around this whole event, and it's kind of like, it might as well be the 1950s, really. Lots of people in suits going into rooms, sitting in big halls with lots of translation devices, but then lots of people speaking in quite dreary speeches a lot of the time. And it's like, do you have, I wondered what you guys think to try and turn this into something that is actually, are we ever going to move on, or are we trapped in this sort of, like trainee 50s UN style world?
Well, definitely that's not what we are about. Like, one of the main issues we had already in the first opening, we had a lot of people, a lot of energy, but we are we're not enough people. We're just really few, really lucky people that are here, and we have a clear understanding that we are just representing everybody out there. So especially thanks God to technology, we are being able to broadcast everything that's happening here through Facebook, Twitter.
So you're
blogs.
using Facebook here? And
oh
Twitter?
Gosh, a lot. So
really?
You can.
I'm tweeting. I tweet all the time.
That's good. We need to.
I'm Charmer Mark.
Okay, we're gonna add that. But
so we'll
are pretty much trying to communicate. So we have a media box out there, and also giving an opportunity for any person that have something to say to just drop by the news. If they don't have access to computers, we can help them to type it up and broadcast. And we're giving a chance to not only give voice to the people, but also bring the people that couldn't come here to the forum to actually understand what's here, interact with what's happening. So especially with the declaration, everything's going online, so people that are not here can give their ideas, can criticize, can say, well, actually this is happening, I don't agree, I think you guys should try to do something. And then we're trying to engage the discussions in a more interactive way. And I think this is something that young people do it pretty well. We're really, like, even communication between us, it's all happening through internet. And we have wireless everywhere, so it's perfect for us.
Yeah, great. I mean, what do you want to? You know, you're doing this now. What do you want to do eventually on this? Is water your thing?
Well, my main thing is really I work with youth-led development, so it's not only water, but it's about engaging with young people. Because my background, I'm from São Paulo city, and the way I kind of entered in this world was because I went with my school to visit a project, and we just kind of passed through, and I felt like in a zoo, because we just said, oh, really sorry for this community, we should go. And then
everybody's looking at you as you all go through.
And we couldn't really interact with anybody. And it was shocking for me that the first thing that my professor told me was that you're too young to do something, but go to school, go to university, get a job, and then you're going to be able to do something for society. And that for me was really shocking. And I was 13 when I started. I'm 23 right now, and I've been working in different issues, but it's mostly about giving voice and an opportunity for people to act. I work with youth empowerment, but I believe in community empowerment, so it's not only telling communities, oh, we're here to help you, but it's actually making them understand how much potential they have, and if they have the structure, if they have the opportunity and the support, they can make so much. So my job and my work is about making people realize their own potential, and that's what I try to do.
Great. Thank you. And just say one last time who you are and what your organisation is.
Joao Felipe Scarpelini from Brazil. I work for Peace Child International.
Thank you.